The New York Knicks getting set to match up with the New Orleans Pelicans. Smith to Kevin Knox. And the rebound taken in by Davis. To Julius Randle. And count the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
New York Knicks basketball.
Here we go.
Smith. Here comes the screen. Smith to Jordan. Almost, and he's not getting the call.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line.
Good shot.
In the front court comes Smith, trailing by 4. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Holiday controls the basketball. 2-point advantage. Screen coming. Holiday to Payton.
Right.
And flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Payton. Ntilikina into the front court. Down 4. Smith to Ntilikina. Big finish at the rim.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Payton with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Rebound hauled in by New York. Ntilikina with the basketball. They trail by 2. Had a chance, but it's no good. Another follow. Stays out. Randle to Holiday.
Screen coming. Screen.
To Davis. DeAndre Jordan. Huge block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
The assist from number 5, Dennis Smith.
Watch that cutter.
Payton. To Davis. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Davis able to finish off the 3-point play, and the Pelicans add to their lead. Possession lies with New York.
Hands up.
Smith. 4-3. And it's Davis for the rebound. To Holiday. On a pass stolen by the Knicks.
In the first quarter.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
His first personal foul. Team foul number 3. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Davis.
Screen come on the left.
New Orleans down to 4 in the shot clock. Anthony Davis lets it go. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Alonzo Trier. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. To Stanley Johnson. Stanley Johnson, strong finish.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds it inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
They go down to Davis. To Stanley Johnson. Jumper's good.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Smith to Alonzo Trier. Slam dunk, Alonzo Trier.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Holiday. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Rebound gathered by Holiday. Davis. Another chance. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
The assist from number 5, Dennis Smith.
Second effort. That ends the first quarter. The Pelicans have the lead. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. New York in control of the basketball. Smith to Alonzo Trier. Here comes the screen. From the painted area, won't go down. To Holiday. To Payton. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Oh, a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Watch out, screen coming,
Holiday.
screen coming. Watch out, watch out.
Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Smith to Alonzo Trier. Dennis Smith Jr. He's 2 for 2 now.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Hey, check up, let's go.
Holiday. Knocked loose. Knicks come away with it. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair.
Into the game for the New Orleans Pelicans.
New Orleans will take it up.
Anthony Davis.
Holiday. Cleans it up. Oh, he had it. Works it to Holiday. Has a look. Drew Holiday. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Moutier to the basket, but it's no good. Davis to Stanley Johnson. Davis. Yes. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Not that time. To Julius Randle. Anthony Davis lets it fly. Doesn't get the bounce. Moutier with it up top. His guys currently down by 13. From long range, great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
For three, and drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
To Davis. Curling inside. Shot from the lane won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Kevin Knox powers it through.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. New Orleans has it. Johnson. Rebound comes down to the Knicks. Moutier goes to the left side. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
Here's Davis. Not that time. "19-footer at the buzzer. Clock runs out. The Pelicans in front. Tight game through the first two quarters as we resume play here in the third. It's Pelicans ball.
Pick up, pick up, pick up.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Right.
Hayden. Five to shoot for the Pelicans. To Davis. DeAndre Jordan. Tips it. Shot clock violation. Hayden. To Julius Randle. Gets it in the right corner. Hayden. Knicks have it. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Knocks down the first. Two for two on that trip. Whistle stops play. Timeout New Orleans as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Pelicans have the basketball.
Gotta get through this
Hayden
screen.
to Julius Randle. Takes stock of the floor. Scores from the post.
Ed, I know we live in a new age where players rather take a 3 than a 2. But if you get an easy 2, that's a guaranteed bucket. You have to take it.
Smith to Nilikina. Missed a wide open look. Holiday in possession. Up by 6. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Hayden. Deep left corner. Davis. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day. Smith with it up top. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Anthony Davis snatching it out of the air. Pelicans basketball. Hayden to Davis. Flushes it home.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Smith into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Holiday. Davis. Off the mark on his free throw. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Oh, they called a foul, Jay.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Switching gears, David Fizdale makes the move to his bench.
New York. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
to Dennis Smith Jr.
Got him.
2 minutes left.
Now pass stolen by the Pelicans.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Hayden into the front court. Lead stands at 10. DeAndre Jordan able to recover with the block. That's his third block this evening.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Dennis Smith Jr. looking good. 4 for 5.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Alonzo Trier. Big finish. Full head of steam that time.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Anthony Davis lets it go, and he knocks it down, Jay.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Lets it fly from long range. Good contest. No dice for Trier. To Stanley Johnson. On a pass stolen by the Knicks. Working hard on the glass. Holiday controls the basketball. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Oh, whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for New Orleans, number 8.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. That's the end of the third quarter. The Pelicans have the lead. The Knicks to inbound here to start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row.
Scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
Hayden with the basketball. His team on top by 8. To Holiday. New Orleans down to 4 in the shot clock. Shot clock violation. Smith to Ntilikina. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Payton. He throws it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Fires the three. Pelicans have the rebound. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Pelicans, number 7, Stanley Johnson.
Payton to Stanley Johnson. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Moutier. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Kevin Knox. Anthony Davis sends it away. Ah, the monster stuff.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Payton into the front court. The advantage is 13 points. Holiday to Payton. Here comes the screen. Holiday to Davis. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
4-3. Misfires. It's no good. To Julius Randle. Holiday. Davis. Can't get the bounce. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Moutier. Fires the three. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. To Stanley Johnson.
Oh, yeah, easy.
Davis. To Holiday. From long range. The Knicks secured the rebound. For three. Kevin Knox forced that one. Well defended. To Stanley Johnson. Holiday. Drew Holiday. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
New York with 4 to shoot. The shot clock expires.
Defense, let's go.
And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for 2.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
And he makes them both. 5-second violation.
New York.
He'll put it up at the buzzer. It's the Pelicans who come away with the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams.